We're gonna pull the old Shaggin Wagon in, see if we can't fix this problem of one piston not like the others situation. Are we betting that it does or doesn't?
I don't think it's gonna start. It's got some power. One backfire. It might start.
So we're pulling the Shaggin Wagon in and going to take advantage of an empty bay for a couple of nights this week after work. Back in February 2022, I took a neighbor friend of mine for a little ride in the Shaggin Wagon. He'd been wanting to go for quite a while, so we went up here on the service road of the highway and just kind of did a very slow roll start, and apparently the water meth didn't kick in. So now we have basically we have one piston that's not like the others, maybe a little out of round, deformed. So
Going the speed limit, of course.
getting there, yes. Let's just say that this all happened in a very quick instance. What we're going to do almost tonight, I'm going to start draining the fluids out of it. While they're draining, I'll start taking some of the components off of it that have to come off. But the motor's coming out, the transmission's coming out, and we have a new rotating assembly for it. Going to get probably a local machine shop. I think it's called Ice Racing Engines. They do a lot of work for Chris with Sunshine and Sick Snails YouTube channel. If you haven't ever seen their stuff or his stuff, check him out. Subscribe to him also if you would. But anyway, we're going to pull this out. Another plan is we're going to probably do away with the stock truck intake and maybe look at putting a little air to water intercooler on it this time. And then we'll go from there. So that's kind of what we're starting with this evening. Gonna try to get that going, maybe get it up in the air and start stripping it down, so stay tuned. So, as I was saying, we're going to start pulling this out. We've already got the air intake off. We're going to try to get the radiator out tonight. I'm going to pull all the spark plugs off. Best I remember, I can separate the turbo stuff here and get the manifolds off and out of the way. And probably disconnect the AC. Yeah, Shaggin Wagon has AC on it. You can see it's a little dirty under here. But we'll get that done. So the turbos may not have to come off out of the way. Get that done. I've disconnected the battery. We will maybe do a quick measurement because the new intake I want to put on it is one made by TICK Performance. I should say the air to water intercooler is. And we're going to use like a Holley low ram intake is my plan. So we're gonna get down in there and pull the plugs out, try to get that stripped down tonight. And game plan is, so here's the water meth tank that I had in it. You can just barely see it. And either the pump had quit working, or it was possibly just low enough that under acceleration it didn't pick up. But all that's in the spare tire well, and on the air to water intercooler, I'll probably come in and put something over on this side for the water tank and pump. But yeah, this is a 3-seat station wagon, so there's actually a third back seat back here. So that's kind of what we're doing. And so we're gonna continue on. Okay, so far we got both turbos off, both sides. I just have that one hanging down in there at the moment, but so we're going to pull the exhaust manifolds off tonight, and then we'll probably call it quits for the night. It's starting to storm outside, and I want to get home before the weather gets much worse. So Wednesday night, night 2, pulling the Shaggin Wagon apart. Last night we got the radiator out, got the turbos out of the way, got it up in the air on jack stands, got all that done. Tonight the game plan is to we're going to pull the Holley front accessory system off and get all the hoses disconnected. I've already drained the oil. I've drained the transmission fluid. I'll get under there and disconnect the torque converter. So is it working now? I don't know. It's not working on the screen, so who knows. So anyway, got the water pump off, the other manifold off, got all the intake off, so we got all the fuel lines disconnected, got the steam lines off. We still got to disconnect the dry shaft, take it out, and maybe try to get the torque converter undone. And I still got to disconnect the cam sensor. Looks like the oil pressure was already disconnected. Oh, and the knock sensors. Got to disconnect that. And then this thing will be about ready to pull out. So the goal may be for Saturday to run this up to the machine shop. Or maybe first of next week.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So what are we talking about now?
Mess you made here.
The mess I made. Well, we got a little petroleum-based product, some hydraulic fluid,
Coolant.
some moisture, coolant, all in one.
There you go.
It's
Good
a
old,
3-for-1 mixture.
good slushy.
Yeah. So we got the motor out on the wagon, and so it was a stock bottom end, 6-liter. I did a valve train upgrade with a Texas Speed and Performance camshaft package. Converted the rockers to roller rockers, but we hurt one of the pistons earlier in the year. So we got a new rotating assembly, and the plans are we're going to take this over to up to Whitewright to Ice Racing Engines, to Josh and Jason, I believe their names are, and have them do some machine work on it and put it back together, and potentially a little bit more cubic inches. We'll see what they decide or discuss and suggest when we get done with it. So stay tuned, and if you have not yet, please like and subscribe. There will be more.